Next to me is the BMW M4, only this one is extremely rare. See, they only made 150 KITH edition M4s in the entire world. So what the heck is a KITH edition M4? Well, today I'm going to show you exactly that. KITH was founded back in 2011 and is a lifestyle streetwear clothing brand. Now, a collaboration between BMW and a clothing brand is not something I was expecting, but alas, here we are. Now, all of the KITH M4s are based on the 2022 M4 xDrive. That means under the hood, we've got a 3-liter twin turbocharged inline 6, making 503 horsepower and 479 pound-feet of torque. Now, thanks to its all-wheel drive xDrive, 0 to 60 happens in a ridiculous 2.8 seconds. That's thanks to an 8-speed automatic as well, which is the only transmission available for the KITH. I think it would have been a lot cooler if they made them only in manuals, but alas, we've got a pretty good 8-speed automatic. Now, originally when the M4 came out, I tested one and it was the rear-wheel drive version that launched in second gear instead of first and could only hit 60 in 3.5 seconds. The KITH edition is only available in 3 different colors. We've got Frozen Brilliant White featured here, Frozen Black, and Frozen Dark Gray. Now, the easiest way to tell one of these from a standard M4 is the not-so-subtle badge work. The first detail you'll notice is the BMW roundel. It actually has M stripes passing through at an angle through the BMW logo. Allegedly, this is the first time BMW has ever actually customized its logo for a collaboration, which is pretty cool. It honestly looks fantastic, and I feel like they should use this roundel for more BMW M models. Now, if that's way too subtle, there's an optional sticker on the roof that looks like some high school student stuck an M logo on their 335i and wanted to convince people that, hey, look at me, I've got an M. The back of the M4 looks absolutely phenomenal. I love the massive carbon fiber rear diffuser, the quad tailpipes, and the subtle badging right here. Instead of saying M4 competition, it has the M slashes and KITH. I like that subtle decal. The interior is where things get really cool. These are some of the most epic bucket seats I have ever seen. They're carbon fiber backed and they're the traditional BMW M4 carbon buckets, but they're tri-tone with the red, blue, and black. But if you notice and look a little bit closer, we've got this embossed KITH logo in the headrest itself, almost in a Louis Vuitton-esque pattern. Also, where it would say M4 is a KITH logo that illuminates at nighttime. That trend continues into the center console, where we have the KITH logo yet again, and another logo down here by that 8-speed automatic. These seats hold you in place so well, and I think they might be the best bucket seats you can possibly buy on a sports car that isn't reaching supercar level yet. So supportive and decently comfortable as well. But really, what you guys want to know is, what is it like to drive? So let's take it out in the canyons and find out. Oh, this thing is shockingly good. If you can get rid of your opinions of the front bumper and just ignore that for a second, the new BMW M4 is an absolutely incredible car. The driving experience is really, really impressive. Man, this thing pulls hard. You know, the F80 was a great handling car, but this new generation sounds so much better and provides a heck of a lot more confidence in the driver's seat. I'm really excited that this is the xDrive version because I've already tested the rear-wheel drive car, and that was great. But having that xDrive is a really cool thing. Like the BMW M5 and like the E63, this car has variable all-wheel drive. It actually has 3 different modes. So there's the standard mode, which is 4-wheel drive, all-wheel drive. Then there is a 4-wheel drive sport. So to activate that, you click the traction control button once and it puts it into 4-wheel drive sport. Effectively, it's going to be more rear-wheel drive bias and allow the rear wheels to spin more and lose more traction before the front axle comes in to save the day. But the coolest part is, if you press and hold traction control all the way, you can put it into full rear-wheel drive mode in order to do smoky burnouts and drifts. Let's put it into 2-wheel drive. That decouples that front drivetrain. The steering feels a bit different. And now we are in full rear-wheel drive mode. But what I really want to experience first is the launch control. So we're gonna go ahead, put it into 4-wheel drive sport, manual mode, make sure the shift settings are all the way up, and then we are going to try a launch control 0 to 60 in 2.8 seconds. Let's see what this is like. Preparing launch control active. Oh, wow. Yeah, that launches impressively fast. Not to say the rear-wheel drive car is slow by any means, with 0 to 60 in 3.4 or 3.5 seconds, but that launch is brutal in comparison. And I like that you've got the best of all worlds with the active all-wheel drive. If you want the rear-wheel drive car, you just turn traction control off and put it into two-wheel drive, and then you've got a multi-stage M traction control that you can play with to make sure that you don't completely spin out and Mustang yourself into a crowd. All right, into the canyons we go. You know, we lose the DCT with this gen, but the 8-speed auto does have instantaneous shifts. The exhaust sounds good. And that instant torque is really addicting. They did such a good job with having virtually no turbo lag whatsoever with that twin turbo inline 6. The suspension feels fantastic. Limited body roll. Still comfortable, but feels like it just absolutely claws at the road. Wow, this thing rips. Woo! And then you flick it back into drive, you put it into efficient mode, comfort mode, and then all of a sudden, you've got a very relaxing driving experience that you could daily drive. Visibility is fantastic out of the front and rear. You've got great cameras. You've got a good speaker system, safety systems. So all the creature comforts you would want in a daily driver, but you put it into Sport Plus mode and it becomes a fantastic sports car. Now, is there any difference in the driving experience of the KITH versus a standard BMW M4? No, so long as you're talking about the Competition X-Drive. Obviously, there's a slight difference from the rear-wheel drive car and the non-competition, but Competition X-Drive, it's exactly the same driving experience. Effectively, you're just getting a whole bunch of badges, but you're also getting that exclusivity of having a car that's one of 150 in the world, and I believe one of 49 in the US. Now, when the car came out, it was about $110,000. Now they're trading for more than that. I've seen 120 to 160. So it honestly was a decent investment for the people who bought these things new. The same cannot be said for, you know, a 2022 M4 Competition. That's not a KITH edition. They're not going to be going for over sticker by a significant margin or at all, obviously. Now, I want to give a special shout out to Tang and Java, an awesome coffee shop in the Woodland Hills area, for making this video possible. The owner of that shop is the owner of this car. Let me drive it. And honestly, you guys got to check that out if you are in the local area. I'll leave information for their restaurant in the description below. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Like always, please browse the channel and subscribe. I look forward to seeing you next video.